Hello there, Fama. Okay, hope I pronounced your name correctly. Let's go. The subject of development of dexterity and creativity in children. Kids sounds a little bit informal. Significantly grown in importance in the last 2 decades. Good. Various experts believe that this process is more effective using games associated with joy rather than merely reading books. Good. As I say, demonstrate points and support arguments for this concept by examples of Russian studies and research provided by Americans. Okay, very good, very good. We could have just said, just for cohesion, we could have said, well, first of all, we could have said this essay will, and that's less words, communicates roughly the same, but avoids using personal pronouns. So this essay will review these points using examples from Russian and American studies to demonstrate points and support arguments. Okay, that way it's just a little bit easier to read. Firstly, all children explore the world via various types of activities. Good, especially some entertainments with joy and excitement. Okay. I would have just deleted especially there. Okay, and here I would have just deleted some as well. And because we can't usually have entertainment, let's see. Entertainment with joined excitement is the most. Okay, are the most. So what do we mean by entertainment? It's not usually said like this. If we would have said something like video games, let's see, video games with joy, excitement. We can't say joy, excitement. We have to say joined and excitement. So video games with joy and excitement are the most contributing factors in nervous system development. Good. It was published last year by Oregon that in kids. So what was it here? Okay. So subject, verb, object is the best way to go. It's the clearest. So we could say, let's see, the University of Oregon published that kids, 1 to 5-year-old age group, accompanied by amusement and emotion. Okay, so let's just go for simplicity. All right, so we'll rephrase it as I said before. So let's see. The University of Oregon published that children aged between 1 and 5, no brackets, boosted their cognitive and imagination skills while playing games. It's not entirely sure what the games are there. So I just had to rephrase it because I was struggling to understand. Okay, so and then we would finish with something like, therefore, joy is a crucial step for children to build up, or to grow up and mature in society. Okay, so let's carry on. Secondly, reading is also an essential element in this educational process. Good. However, due to the immaturity of the brain functionality, children cannot perceive the reading material properly. Good. This is the obvious reason that was supported by recent studies by, okay, once again, the same problem. Let's go subject, verb, object. Okay, so what's the subject here? Probably the Russian Academy of Physiology found, let's see, the sentence is way too long. So let's just see. The Russian Academy of Physiology found in 2000 that let's see, reading imagination abilities. I don't get it. I'm really sorry. The thing is we don't really need these brackets in there. Okay, all we need is something that's clearly communicated. The quality of the argument is irrelevant. Okay, it's not irrelevant. It is obviously important, but it's not the primary objective. Okay, Therefore, it's still early to practice reading to develop an associative cognition. Okay, that's, I understand. So let's see. So, recent studies by the Russian Academy of Physiology found that the primal signal cognitive system, found that physical pastimes, found that imagination obtained through reading is completely formed by the age of 15. Okay, I don't really understand this. Okay, I try to just rephrase it as for simplicity. So be careful, do not go for overly complex sentences. To conclude, from the examples and arguments given, I firmly believe that exciting activities are far more advantageous than reading books in order to develop some motor skills and visualization abilities. Genius, good. We don't need these brackets here either. Okay, so it's a good start. Just keep in mind, if we've got long sentences like this, let's chop them up and make it two shorter sentences, and let's follow subject, verb, object, because that's the simplest and easiest way to write. And we're just going to go for clarity at the moment. Okay, reducing interaction time in a family car has been in the headlines for the last 5 years. Okay, so probably easier to say the reduction of interaction time in a family car, or even better, let's say the reduction of family interaction time. It's been in the headline for the last 5 years. It's been in the headlines. Sorry. In fact, many people believe this is a negative development. Okay, full stop. And once again, I'm just skipping your references to yourself, because in academic English we try to avoid this. All right. Once again, same modification. This essay will examine this issue using examples of the current crisis and modern technologies to demonstrate points and support arguments. Genius. Good. Firstly, more and more hours people spend at, no, let's just reorganize this for clarity, okay? Firstly, people spend more and more hours at the workplace with an additional job, okay, or with additional work maybe. This is largely because the financial crisis forces individuals to find other sources of income in exchange for free time. Okay, maybe if we're talking about the one in the West, in Western Europe, that's finished, more or less. Okay, so we have to put it in the past. If you're not referring to one in the West, or just as a general guide, put the country. Okay, so this is because the financial crisis in Russia has enforced individuals, or has pushed individuals to find other sources of income. All right. For example, according to a survey in Alberta, we don't need these year references. Okay, it's not relevant. In Alberta, about 40% of all employees have a part-time job, and it's strongly correlated with a massive drop in the amount of pastime, in the amount of free time spent with their families. Okay, very good. This example, crystal clear. Okay, I got it first time, didn't have to read it. So that's just a simple example like that, and that's fine. Okay, these facts clearly illustrate that in order to survive, we don't need these that comma here. In order to survive, the number of occasions to communicate with relatives has declined. Fine, good. Secondly, the sizable decline in the interaction activity between households has happened thanks to the ubiquitous spread of high-tech services. Good. In fact, they gave an opportunity to connect with other people using the internet and sitting at home. So let's see. So there's a bit of a contradiction here. Okay. So first with the tenses, okay. Here I would have just put it in the present tense, because that's it's true then, isn't it? If you said it's in the past, right? You've used the simple past, and that's usually referred when that's usually used when an activity is in the past, has finished, and hasn't happened again. Okay, so yesterday I caught a ball. Okay, it's finished and it's over. So here change the tense. Okay, the other one, before you said it was due to work, and now you're saying it's due to technology. Okay, when really it's probably both. So you could say, secondly, or even better, furthermore, another reason for the decline in interaction activity is um, is largely thanks to the ubiquitous spread of high-tech services. Okay, for instance, such famous applications such as Facebook, WhatsApp, 2Ps, and Skype have substantially decreased the communication costs over the past decade and provided an excellent providing an excellent audio and video quality. Good. So if they've reduced costs and increased quality, I'm assuming then people would use them more, and that would help family communication. Okay, sorry. Following this, citizens substituted a real-life conversation with their parents or children with a virtual one. Okay, but all you're saying is there's a substitution in your argument and your example, whereas at the beginning you said that there's been a decline. Okay, so if you'd have said, let's see. If you'd have said something like, following the citizens, well, not citizens, is it? It's family members. So following this, families have, if you'd have said something like, following this, families now largely communicate with friends and with friends and groups rather than with family and loved ones. Okay, something like that. To conclude, from the examples and arguments given, we don't need to repeat them either, like we did last time. So it is obvious that people, trying to save their free time, sacrifice the direct socializing among family members, which is an intimidating trend. Okay, leave that for now. It's a good start. Got quite a bit of work to do. I think the biggest takeaway you can get is go for simplicity. Be careful on the commas. We don't need all these commas. Okay, it reads better without them. So what I need you to do now is implement all the corrections that you've heard. Send me back your corrected essays. Then I would like you to make a list of the mistakes you made, okay, with the grammar, with the complex sentences and stuff like that. And then send me 2 new essays, okay, and then send it all back in one email. So I want your corrected essays, your error list, and your 2 new pieces of work, okay? You're doing good. It's been a fantastic start. Let's keep pushing forward, okay?